Alrighty, g'day one and all, and welcome back to my channel. Now today is the long-awaited Tack haul for Wibbles. Honestly, I would have done this video a lot sooner, but a lot of this stuff did take its sweet timing to get here and for me to actually get it, because obviously when you buy a new horse, you're a little bit broke. So obviously all the stuff that was for Wibbles either took forever to get here or was hand-me-downs from the other horses. Now, with the other horses, it's really weird because Wibbles is the only horse, my newest horse, that I didn't actually buy everything of his new for. See, with Ringo, I bought the Tack saddle, I bought his fender saddle, and I bought all the gear for that, including a bridle for him and 2 saddle pads. Pretty sure I bought Ringo multiples of things, but I bought every one of these horses' gears brand new, and I bought like the whole set of them brand new. Wibbles is the only horse that I've had that's actually had hand-me-downs from the other horses. Now this wasn't like coincidental or anything. This was just like, oh, well, I'm not using it for this horse, so I might as well give it to Wibbles. So that's kind of what I did. You can see, you can obviously point out what is new and what is not, but obviously a lot of the stuff is hand-me-downs. For instance, his Tack more so than anything, weirdly enough. Here, I'll show you now. So we're obviously going to start on his bridle now. As you can see, the bridle bag is pretty new. Honestly, because I love the color turquoise, and I thought that that would be a great color for Wibbles. But then I found out, because he was a previous racing horse, that his colors were actually green and white. So I was like, I do kind of want to keep the colors of green and white, so I thought turquoise would be a nice in-between color between the two. But also, a lot of his stuff is either green or turquoise, or dark green, I guess. Well, yeah, kind of dark green, but most of it is turquoise or either green, because I can't find everything turquoise and everything green. So I had to kind of, his colors are a bit all over the place, so, but it's either turquoise or green. So anyway, we've got the bridle bag here, which is obviously very new because he didn't have a saddle bag, and I thought that this one was perfect for him. Honestly, because I kind of want to protect his bridle a little bit, because with Ringo's, with Ringo's bridle, the only way that it's kept so clean and intact all this time is because I've kept it in a saddle bag. And as you can see, it's, well, you can't really see because that one's Flinny's there and Ringo's is just like here kind of thing. It's actually not in a Tack bag at the moment because I kind of want to get Ringo's, all of these gear custom made. For now anyway, so, and then once Ringo retires, then I'm going to pass all that custom made Tack onto Wibbles. So whatever, when Ringo actually finally retires, all of his gear and all of his Tack and everything will be passed on to Wibbles. But for now, Wibbles has some bits and pieces that he actually has. So like I said, he's got his bridle bag here, and in it, he does actually have his bridle. I'm going to get that out real quick. So this bridle here is actually, well, was actually Flinny's. The reins are new, honestly, because I didn't like the leather reins. These reins are kind of webbed and they're kind of almost rubbery. They're just a bit more grippy than the other leather ones. And I didn't really particularly like Flinny's old leather reins, honestly, because I couldn't grip on them properly. And I have to wear gloves as it is. And it's just nicer because Ringo's, I actually wanted to get identical to Ringo's one. See, his one is like a fabric kind of webbed reins, but this one is a rubber one. So I was like, oh, I'll see how this one goes kind of thing. But it's been working great, honestly. And it was honestly, I think the most cheapest pair of reins at Horseland. So how about that? But his actual main bridle and bit, mind you, is all Flinny's. And it's been working actually great. So this is a hand-me-down from Flinny. So thank you, Flinny. This was Ringo's old all-purpose saddle. It's my Tack saddle. Now, as you can see, the girth is a different color. Honestly, because when I did actually saddle fit this saddle to Wibbles, he needed a different girth. So that's all right. So they told me that I could borrow this for now, and they're gonna pre-order me one, but they haven't gotten back to me yet, so I'm still waiting on that one. But yeah, the Wintec all-purpose saddle is now fitted to Wibbles, and this was Ringo's old saddle. I've had a lot of good memories in this saddle. Me and Ringo have completed so many competitions in this saddle, so I'm hoping that it gives me the same good luck as it has with Ringo to Wibbles. So hopefully we'll win all the ribbons and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to start up Pony Club with Wibbles. And Pony Club has finally started up again, so that's exciting. So yeah, so I'm going to put this down somewhere. This was a thing actually passed down from Ringo to Wibbles, honestly, because when we did saddle fit him, Wibbles he's a young horse and he's just come off the track. Like, he's just been a month, maybe 2 months off the track at this point. So he is kind of fluctuating between weight at the moment. So it's really kind of complicated to actually, you know, like, keep his weight. But when my saddle fitter did come out, she's like, he will keep weight once he actually puts on weight. So for now, while he's all skinny and everything, he unfortunately has to wear this thing. Oh, I hate this thing, I really do. I hate it. It's good for what it's obviously made for, but I just hate it. I just hate it so much. Just because it's an absolute bugger with this, the saddle pad and the saddle, and trying to do up the girth with this thing on is an absolute pain, because it's that far away from the first hole. So it's a real pain in the butt. And Wibbles is one of those horses where he does puff out. So girthing is not the greatest with us. But anyway, the next thing. So this here is actually one of the things that's actually really new for Wibbles, is his turquoise all-purpose saddle pad. Now, in saying that, I actually did want to get a turquoise dressage saddle pad with a matching ear bonnet from a specific place. But unfortunately, that specific place is from the UK, and with, you know, the virus and everything, it's just not gonna happen. It's either gonna take months to get here, or I just buy one that's an all-purpose saddle pad without the ear bonnet, that's not a dressage saddle, but it's turquoise nonetheless, and it's actually his size, so whatever. So that's what I pretty much got for him. I was using Ringo's old navy one, because obviously he was my navy boy, and he still is my navy boy, but I was using that one for Wibbles, and it just wasn't his color. Navy is definitely not Wibbles' color. So maybe he needs light popping colors like turquoise. So I do want to get Wibbles a lot more popping color stuff. Obviously there's some things like particular rugs that I just can't get popping colors for. Like, I kind of have to pick and choose between white, black or navy kind of thing. And you know, that's not a big issue, but I do want most of his colors or most of his gear to be a bit popping. So turquoise, I think, is a beautiful color on him. Funny enough, like I said to you, his racing colors were green and white, and honestly, there's a reason why, because those colors would pop on his bay fur and everything. So yeah, so that's the all-purpose saddle that I have for him. So that's one of the things that's actually not borrowed at this point, minus his bridle bag. Next, I will be going on to his all of his grooming gear and all that kind of fun stuff. Okay, so this is something obviously quite new, because it is his turquoise rope halter and lead rope. So this is kind of new. It actually came with the bridle bag, the same place that the bridle bag came. So yeah, so this is something that I kind of wanted to get Wibbles. So that's, again, something that's not borrowed. So next we're going to go on to his grooming bag. So you're just going to have to bear with me, because there's a lot of stuff in his grooming bag. So I thought I'd get something a little bit different. And honestly, it's worked alright so far. I'm a little worried about the plastic, but other than that, honestly, it'll be alright. It'll be fine. Like, and if like the crowd that I actually did buy this one from actually does produce the bags. So if they do produce the bags in green or even black, I will probably buy it for Wibbles and just probably sell this down the track. So this is actually Wibbles' grooming box. So I did want to get him a grooming bag like the other horses, but unfortunately I either had to get a blue, red / pink one or a purple one, and I really wanted to get a green one, so unfortunately I couldn't get that. I couldn't get green in the bags. Let me show you what's in it. So it's got this like little plastic grooming tray. So I just keep like some brushes in here that I think are too nice to be in the bottom, or just small enough to fit in here. So we've got his face brush in here, so obviously I put his name on everything. With most of his stuff I've kind of named him as Will. So the next thing we got is this super soft buddy brush. I really wanted to get this. It's a finisher brush, that's what it is. And it's like super dirty at the moment, it's like super hairy, but it's the most softest thing, and he loves it. This is his favorite brush to be brushed with. He loves it, absolutely loves it. And we also got some saddle inserts, just in case, like down the track he actually needs these. So these were a just in case kind of thing. So the lady gave me these, so if we ever needed to like put them in his saddle. So, but yeah, anyway, that's the top tray. So I'm going to show you everything down the bottom. So now I'm going to show you everything down the bottom of the grooming box. So the next thing we got is a body brush. So all of this is pretty much green and turquoise. I would call that turquoise. So most of his stuff anyway. So we got the body brush. This is probably the only thing in Wibbles grooming kit. Yeah, this is the only thing in Wibbles grooming kit that actually has been passed down by one of my other three. So this was originally Ringo's hair. So, but it's pretty good. I kind of want to use this as his curry comb and kind of sell his other one, because this is his other curry comb, and don't get me wrong, it's probably a really good curry comb, but I don't know, I feel like I'll never use this actually to its full potential. I feel like I'll use this more on Abby than anybody else, because I feel like this would actually get like Abby's fur off. So maybe this, I reckon I honestly should keep this for his curry comb, because it's really good. It's pretty much it's a grooming mitt, but it's pretty much good for a curry comb. And honestly, he has such short hair that it probably would do just as good, honestly. So I might give this to Abby. So next we got his dandy brush. So it's pretty much like his body brush. It's kind of got the turquoise and the dark green in it, so that's exciting. He's got his hoof pick. So obviously, I thought that was beautiful. So we got his hoof pick. So I always like the hoof picks with the brushes, honestly, because like I like sweeping their hooves out. I know a lot of people like really hate these ones because they reckon that the actual hoof pick itself, like this bit here, is actually not sharp enough. And honestly, I've never had a problem with these hoof picks. Like, I'll continue to buy them, honestly, because I do use the brush. So I just like to sweep all the mud and whatever's in their hoof out. So obviously next we got his mane and tail brush. So I think it's better than the others, honestly. It's got such a good grip on it. And the next thing we got, I don't know why, but the bot egg knife is in here. It has Abby Lee on it because she pretty much gets bot eggs. She was the one who actually got the bot eggs the most on her legs. So the other boys didn't really. They kind of got them on, and I pretty much just grabbed this out of them and just scraped them off in like 2 seconds and they were gone. But Abby's, you literally have to spend like 10 minutes each leg getting them off. I pretty much shaved her legs at the beginning of winter because that's when they get all the bot eggs on them. So I pretty much just shaved her legs, and she hasn't pretty much got any bot eggs on her at this point. I know Wibbles has a couple. Ringo, I think, has a couple. Flinny doesn't have any at the moment. And I haven't checked Abby's legs today, so, but yeah. But anyway, the last pretty much item out of Wibbles grooming box kit is this, which is it's also like a finisher brush, but it's kind of like a buffer for like after the finishing brush, so he gets a bit of shine. So I don't know, I actually forgot what I actually got this for, but it's in Wibbles grooming box if you want to know. So that's pretty much all of his grooming gear. And now I'm going to show you his grooming bucket and also his water bucket, and then I'm going to show you his washing kit gear and as well as all the rest of his rugs. So I'm going to put all this stuff away for now. Next I'm going to show you Ringo's feed and water bucket. So there's a bit of a story between these two, so I'll show you them first. So this is Will's water bucket. As you can see, it's got Will on it. Sorry for the glare. And it's green, like I wanted it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a feed bucket that was green until it was too late. Funny story. Okay, so my mum actually had a bucket exactly like this one. same height, same width, same everything pretty much. But I forgot about it. Like a couple of days later, after Mum had told me about this bucket and said, hey, do you want this bucket? Because I'm not using it at the moment, you can have it if you want. And I'm like, yeah, sure, all right, I'll bring it up to the shed and she'll be good. I'll probably use it for Will's feed bucket. A couple of days later, I completely forgot about it. A couple of days after that, I went to Horseland and I went to the feed bucket section. I got the green one and I could not find a green feed bucket this big. So you know what happened? I bought the black one. But then what happened was I got home and then Mum was like, you know, I had a black bucket, right, that you could have used. And I'm like, I completely forgot. Then I went down to the feed store, right, to get wormers for the horses. Guess what I found? A feed bucket, but it was green. I was so mad. I was so upset that I actually, that roller coaster of whatever that was, to find a feed bucket that was green was ridiculous. And I found it at my local produce store. Like, what the hell, man? I don't even understand. Like, what the hell? But anyway, so that's Wibbles' feed and water bucket, and that was the story of Wibbles' feed bucket. So all in all, I didn't end up buying the green one. I'm just gonna wait, hopefully, until that one dies. So a lot of his rug gear is actually pretty much hand-me-downs, not his actual summer rug. There was something really weird about the whole summer rug and how I found out his size, but I'm pretty sure I had Flynn's spare summer rug and I also had Ringo's spare summer rug. And I tried them both on Wibbles and I found out that he was more, he looked more comfortable in a 6'3", especially when he obviously gets a bit more chunkier. For now, he's actually all right in a 6'6", so he does fit a 6'6". It's just a little long on him on the sides. So, and the neck piece is obviously a bit more bunched up because it is meant for a longer neck horse. But it fits, like it fits him, like it's, but anyway, I'm rambling. So he's got his summer rug on at the moment and now I'm going to show you all of his other gear. So the first thing I'm going to show you is actually his washing bag gear. So yeah, I might just open it up. So I got his sponge brush and then I got a sponge for him as well as a washing mitt and obviously a sweat scraper. And all of it just fits in very nicely in this awesome little bag, which I love. I wish I had found this little bag for the other horses, but this is kind of a new product for Super Horse Saddlery, which is where most of the stuff came from Wibbles. Like, I know his grooming box and all of his grooming brushes, his bridle bag, his rope, halter and lead rope, and his washing kit all came from Super Horse Saddlery. His water bucket, feed bucket, and his saddle pad all came from Horseland. I'm pretty sure the rest of it was hand-me-downs, but I'm going to tell you that because I'm looking at all this stuff and like, that's a hand-me-down, that's a hand-me-down, that's new. So I'll tell you where I got it from now on. So the next thing I'm going to show you is his feed bag. So I don't know why, honestly, I have a feed bag for him. I have hay nets for all of my horses, but I think the problem was I couldn't find a green hay net and this was on sale. So I'm like, bugger it, I'll get a hay bag instead. So I got a hay bag, so hopefully he enjoys it because I know Ringo, every time we go to shows, I always give him a hay bag to munch on when we're having breaks and everything, and he hates it. He absolutely hates it because he actually has to work for his feed. It's hilarious sometimes. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the few boots that he has. He only actually has jumping boots at the moment and they are actually passed down from Ringo. So obviously he's got his tendon boots. So I'm so thankful that he's actually the same size as Ringo because pretty much all of the stuff that belongs to Ringo can be used with him. So like his jumping boots, for instance. So that's nice. He's got his tendon boots and he also got his fetlock boots. So But those are gonna pretty much stay in this tub until I actually introduce him to jumping. Honestly, we're just working on our flat work and dressage at this point. Nothing really too exciting, honestly. I'm gonna see how he goes in Pony Club because I have set up jump poles for him here, and he's a real big dope. I don't think he really understands where he puts his feet down, so that's going to be fun working on that. So, but for now we're just going to work on pretty much dressage. Dressage is going to be our main thing that we actually focus on and everything. So gymkhana is a Ringo kind of thing. Jumping is just not going to be a thing this year, like at all. Maybe at the end of the year, but at this point it's not. So I'm just gonna, if I'm gonna learn jumping, it has to be me and him, so kind of thing. That's how I taught Ringo how to jump. And he's not the greatest of jumps, but he's still a good boy. And hey, we run a couple of ribbons in the jumping course, so good on us. Hey Ringo, he's right behind the camera, by the way. So, so yeah, like I said, we're just doing flat work and dressage at the moment, so we're just gonna try to get a couple of ribbons here and there, and we'll just see how he goes with the showing arenas and everything like that, like get used to that kind of environment. Pony Club is coming up and I plan on taking him. So, and Pony Club technically does like dressage, show jumping and gymkhana. So I'm gonna test him out because Ringo's not gonna be a spring chicken forever, unfortunately. So maybe he might, you know, enjoy a bit of gymkhana. Obviously he won't be as great as Ringo, but because he's a racetrack horse, I think he would excel at cross country, honestly, and I reckon he would do pretty well in the show jumping and the dressage, honestly, because he is such a calm, graceful horse, but he also loves to run. So, but we still got to work. We got to, you know, get used to each other on that. But anyway, so the next thing is pretty much all of his show gear at this point. So, and pretty much all of it is hand-me-downs at this point. So, and the bag, the hay bag, was actually from Horseland, so that's exciting. So we got this. These are full boots, so I'm pretty sure Ringo is actually a cob in boots, but he's got really long legs, so I'm hoping this actually fits him. If not, I do have spare travel boots that I have for Ringo. So I'm pretty sure these are full because I actually bought this set for Flynn. So all of this stuff is actually Flynn's hand-me-downs, except one thing, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we got his travel boots here. We got his stretch hood here. So this is actually from Ringo, and it's a full, so I'm surprised about that. I think I couldn't find a cob, and that's why I got the full. So hopefully it fits him. We got this beautiful halter and lead rope set. Obviously it's in my colors, navy, red and white, so such beautiful colors. So he's got his halter and lead rope here. I actually don't mind that it's a full because it means that I can actually just put it up to the last hole. So, and it's, yeah, it's all good there. And then we got his, oh god, we got his show rug here. The buckles are falling everywhere. So again, it's navy, red and white. And then we got his, back in there. And then we got his tail bag, as well as his show hood, which I actually haven't tried on him yet. So, but I don't plan on showing him anytime soon, so don't really need them at the moment. So all this stuff is pretty much just in here until I actually finally have the balls to actually go and show him. But at the moment, honestly, I'm just kind of working with him a little bit. I'm trying to anyway. Work is very hard to work around, unfortunately. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. But please do ride your horses these holidays, make the most time of it, and enjoy the rest of your holidays. I will hopefully see you very soon with another video. I do apologize so much for not uploading these past 2 months, I'm pretty sure it's been. So sorry, have a good time, see you later.